Chata Ashera, Not Malacha Ha'alam, Asher Kadishanu Mitzvata, V'tzivanu, Li Tatif Letzitzit. Good morning, friends. How are you doing? Shema Yisrael, Asher Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. Tombstone, Arizona. What a town. Is it full of graves? Vahafta et anat Elohecha ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודייך והיו הדברים האלה אשר נוחים מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Shabbat Shalom, Batya. V'chaya. Ki v'chayu Elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisba lavotecha le'Avram li'Yitzchak u'Yaakov. Latet lach avrim gedolot v'tovot asher lo vanita uvatim li'im kol tuva asher lo mileta uvurot atzuvim asher lo hasatva ke'arim v'zitim asher natata ve'alachta v'shavata hishamer lecha pen tishchach et yawer asher tishacha mi'eretz Mitzrayim mibet avadim. Listen, all is one, and you shall repeat that all is one all the time, every day. And as you say these repetitions in your home, remember that your home is not yours. It once was someone else's, it will be someone else's again. And yet still, all is one. Good morning, Katie. Shabbat Shalom. How are you doing? How do I describe things to you? How do I tell you about my life? Am I supposed to? I don't know. I'm going to. Because I've decided that it's something I ought to talk about, and I'm not prepared to make organized content about it. So I've been telling you folks about therapy with my father. It's been pretty dreadful. Well, our therapist broke up with us yesterday. And I'm rather distraught, and amused, and vindicated, and frustrated, and feel like a failure. My father insists on dead naming me. And he, after a particularly challenging therapy session a week ago, he sent my therapist an email saying, "You call Max Teresa, and that feels to me like taking sides. In the future, could you use the name Max instead?" And my therapist said, "Nope, nope, nope, you're fired. I will not be placed in the middle of your family conflicts. I literally cannot take a position on this." He'd been calling me Teresa for several months. And then he fired us because it wasn't working. So I'm not going to talk to my father again for years. Years. So it goes. Yes, I'm feeling all the things, Kimmy. And I don't actually know how to process that. Right? So I come on here and I say morning prayers. Hi. How are all of you? So where we left off in our story about Dumuzi, so unfortunately this is just going to end on a cliffhanger because these are ancient texts that that we don't have in full perfect form, right? Like, there were people of the past who understood these stories with greater fidelity than we can, because entropy and time and history and fanaticism and, you know, all sorts of things causes these stories to become erased. So, but where we left off, the Gala had just captured Dumuzi. Just captured him. They bound his hands, they bound his neck. The churn was silent. No milk was poured. Do you remember earlier when we were reading Dumuzi pornography, all of the lovely things that milk and cream was supposed to evoke? Well, now no milk is being poured. So it goes. And Dumuzi is captured by the spirits of death and dragged down into the underworld, or so we can presume. And this final story about Dumuzi is called The Return. And I believe it just ends abruptly. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Dumuzi in the underworld. Good morning, Dr. Punk. Hi. So happy to see you. A lament was raised in the city. My lady weeps bitterly for her young husband. Inanna weeps bitterly for her young husband. Woe for her husband. Woe for her young love. Woe for her house. Woe for her city. Dumuzi was taken captive in Rook. He will no longer bathe in Eridu. He will no longer soap himself at the holy shrine. He will no longer treat the mother of Inanna as his mother. He will no longer perform his sweet task among the maidens of the city. He will no longer compete with the young men of the city. He will no longer raise his sword higher than the Kugara priests. Great is the grief of those who mourn for Dumuzi. Inanna wept for Dumuzi. Gone is my husband, my sweet husband. Gone is my love. My sweet love, my beloved has taken from the city. Oh, you flies of the steppe, my bridegroom, my beloved bridegroom has been taken from me. Before I could wrap him in a proper shroud, the wild bull lives no more. The shepherd, the wild bull, lives no more. Dumuzi, the wild bull, lives no more. I ask the hills and the valleys, where is my husband? I say to them, I can no longer bring him food, I can no longer serve him drink. The jackal lies down in his bed, the raven dwells in his sheepfold. You ask me about his reed pipe? The wind must play it for him. You ask me about his sweet songs? The wind must sing them for him. Sirtur, the mother of Dumuzi, wept for her son. My heart plays the reed pipe of mourning. Once my boy wandered so freely on the steppe, now he is captive. Once Dumuzi wandered so freely on the steppe, now he is bound. The ewe gives up her lamb, the goat gives up her kid. My heart plays the reed pipe of mourning. O treacherous steppe! In the place where he once said, my mother will ask for me, Now he cannot move his hands, he cannot move his feet. My heart plays the reed pipe of mourning. I will go to him, I will see my child. The mother walked to the desolate play. Sirtur walked to where Dumuzi lay. She looked at the slain wild bull. She looked into his face. She said, my child, the face is yours. The spirit has fled. There is mourning in the house. There is grief in the inner chambers. The sister wandered about the city, weeping for her brother. Geshtinana wandered about the city, weeping for Dumuzi. Oh, my brother, who is your sister? I am your sister. Oh, Dumuzi, who is your mother? I am your mother. Sister mother. Sister wife. Interesting. The day dawns for you and will also dawn for me. The day that you will see, I will also see. I will find my brother. I would comfort him. I would share his fate. When she saw the sister's grief, when Inanna saw the grief of Geshtinana, she spoke to her gently. Your brother's house is no more. Dumuzi has been carried away by the Gala. I would take you to him, but I do not know the place. Then the story twists. Then a fly appeared, a holy fly, circled above in the air, above Inanna's head, and spoke. If I tell you where Dumuzi is, what will you give me? Inanna said, if you tell me, I will let you frequent the beer houses and taverns. I will let you dwell among the talk of the wise ones. I will let you dwell among the songs of the minstrels. Oh, the fly is getting some privileges here. The fly spoke. Lift your eyes to the edge of the steppe. Lift your eyes to Arali. There you will find Geshtinana's brother. There you will find the shepherd Dumuzi. Inanna and Geshtinana went to the edges of the steppe. They found Dumuzi, weeping. Inanna took Dumuzi by the hand and said, you will go to the underworld half the year. Your sister, since she has asked, will go the other half. Oh, we've got some Persephone going on. Just thrown in there. Okay, your sister will go one half the year. You will go the other. On the day you are called, that day you will be taken. On the day Geshtinana is called, that day you will be set free. Okay, resolution. Inanna placed Dumuzi in the hands of the Eternal. Holy Ereshkigal, great is your renown. Holy Ereshkigal, I sing your praises. And here we have the various divinities in the underworld. And that's the end of that. So less of a cliffhanger than I thought. From the Greek context, we can presume that this is an explanation for winter and the death of the seasons and things like that. And that ends this long cycle about the death of Dumuzi, death and resurrection, somewhat. So we will continue on reading these hymns to Inanna. There's not much left. There's just a few pages left. There's all of this is commentary. I'm not going to read you the commentary because it's academic and not suitable for TikTok. But we do have a few more little hymns, little poems about how Inanna is so great. And we will read these various poems starting next week. Hi. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to this little place inside a little screen. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, Erica. Hey, Emma. So, we will conclude now by saying Arati, and then we will say Kadish. I know what I will be mourning. So it goes. So the word Arati means flame. Here we have our sacred flame right here. What makes it sacred? I say so. That's all you need to make something holy. You just say Kaddish. Kaddish, Kaddish, Kaddish. And then it becomes holy. That's the way it works. I got a photo from my friend. That's cute. Hi, Sarah. What are you up to today? Did you finish wrapping all your gifts? Good morning, Erica. So nice to see all of you. So let's say Arati. Jaya Jaya Arati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jaya Arati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidurada Vanita Chora Jaya Jaya Arati Venkantaramana Venkantaramana Sankataharana Sita Rama Radhe Shama Jaya Jaya Arati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Pavani Sankara Samba Sadashiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jaya Arati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jaya Arati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jaya Arati Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimurti Avatara Jaya Jaya Arati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jaya Arati Sankaracharya Sankaracharya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jaya Arati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jaya Arati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jaya Arati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shriyama Priyaye Jaya Jaya Arati Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jaya Arati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jaya Arati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Guru Namaha Jaya Jaya Arati Venugopala. Good morning, Courtney. Natatrasya bhati natandra karatam Nimavidyo bhati kutoya magni Twameva bantamravandi sarvam tasya basya samidam vivanti Om Gange Kayamane Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Sri Kaveri Hiya Namastitam Namo Namaha Twameva Mata Japita Twameva Twameva Bandisha Saka Twameva Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva Twameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Kayena Vacha Manasandriyarva Buddhyat Manava Prakrite Sabhavad Karomi Adyad Sakalam Prasmahe Narayanaiti Sarmar Payami Sarvadamam Pravichayam Mikam Sarvadam Vija Am Sva Sarva Papayo Mukshayami Masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these I dedicate to you. All of you. Thank God it's Friday. Thank Sky Dad for making the days of the week. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to measure time and we would all be in chaos. Quinoa chaos. Oh, friends, I'm sorry I haven't been eating breakfast on live as frequently. I know that for whatever mysterious reasons, that is often a favorite part. The social dynamics in my community have shifted such that it is easier for me to go downstairs in the morning and make myself breakfast in the full kitchen. And, so I appreciate having access to more ingredients than just quinoa. So I've stopped eating plain quinoa in my room as frequently, although I still do. Like, I still have an active rice cooker, and, but I will keep it in mind, that I should eat breakfast with you more often. Yes, it is nice to not really know what day it is. Time is a social construct, you know? We don't need it. We can just be immortal, here together, in this infinite moment. There not starving me on the quinoa. It's just like right now there's a lot of venison downstairs because my partner hit a deer and then processed it, and so there's just a tremendous amount of venison. And like I want to eat venison. I can't eat venison up here because I can't cook venison in the rice cooker. And there's like fresh green things downstairs, and I like fresh green things. So that's the explanation for the state of reality. Formally, officially, coming from the mouth of me. You can cook really nice meals in the rice cooker. Like, I've cooked some very, very nice meals in that rice cooker. I am very grateful that I have it. So, you used to be in the army. Interesting. It is a gift from the woods. See, I've just got a message from my housemate that there's waffles for me downstairs. So, I'm gonna go eat them. But before that, it's time to say Kaddish. So, Kaddish is a prayer of mourning, prayer of grief, prayer of what we have lost. And been thinking about loss a lot lately, right? In a certain strange sense, I've lost my father. Maybe I never had him. I don't know. Life is hard sometimes. So, we'll say these words of grief to acknowledge together that to live is to be in pain, at least sometimes, maybe most of the time. But we can still continue to live, because what else is there to do, right? And we live with each other, and keep each other company, and we process grief and death together. Death time. Emojis on point. So for the last 2,500 years, or so, give or take, who knows, something like these words have been said by people who were something like you and me, but also not quite the same. They go like this. Yitkadal, Vidkadash, Shema Vahafta. Bialma Divrachiote, Viamlich Malchute, Bachayachon of Yamichon of Chayedikol Be Israel, Bagala Visman Kari Vimru, Amen. Yehe Shema Vahafta Mivarach Lialam, Amen, Amaya, Yitbarach Vishtabach, Vidbar, Vitrman, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal Shema de Kudisha, Berechu, Leila Min Kolber Chata Vishirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Tiamiran, Bialma Vimru, Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayiv Aleinu V'yalchol Yisrael V'imru Amin. Ose Shalom V'imramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'yalchol Yisrael V'imru Amin. Ose Shalom V'imramav Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu V'yalchol Yisrael V'imru V'imru Amen. Thank you. Thank you for saying those words with me today. I won't be here on the weekend, but I will be back on Monday. And we can do it all over again. So until then, I hope you have a really wonderful day.